Yeah, yeah. One time for that.
What's up, everybody? We're back for some more shop talk. We're gonna go live today with Alex Thomas, comedian Alex Thomas, in here in just a few seconds. But yeah, y'all will remember Alex Thomas from movies like Players Club and the Jamie Foxx Show, and BET. Let me see here. Here we go live. Funny man, Alex Thomas. Tammy again. What's up, baby? What's up, Mr. Alex?
Good morning, brother. What's going on, man? How's everything?
Good morning. I don't have you up too early, do I?
What you say?
I say I don't have you up too early, do I?
Man, let me tell you something. I got a 2-year-old,
Yeah, you got kids. You sure right.
a 4-year-old, and a 6-month-old a pregnant wife that's 6 months pregnant.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Thank you, brother. So basically, every morning at about 7:30, my 2-year-old just comes and jumps on my face and wakes me up. Do you have kids?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I have two girls, man. My youngest, she just turned 7.
So
She
you know what that life. So you know what that daddy life is.
yeah, oh yeah, exactly.
I call it the Black Dads Club.
Black Dad's Club. Well, yeah, put me in, coach. But what's going on, man? How you been doing during this quarantine?
Brother, man, let me tell you something. I have been doing it all. It's crazy, man. It's damn near like I'm more busy during the quarantine than when I was. Only difference is I'm not working doing what I do, meaning like stand-up comedy and all my tour dates and stuff. Man, I had to cancel like 11 shows in the last 2 months. So, you know what I mean? That's a lot of money, but you know,
Yeah.
you stay active, and thank God we saved for a rainy day, you know. And another thing with me, I smart my money. I have real estate and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm not sitting
You're doing
around going,
good.
where am I going to make $3? You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. So yeah, man, I've been doing this for a couple of weeks during this quarantine time, and just kind of letting my friends and family and clients get to know, some of the people that are on my wall of fame at the shop and everything, and they're always asking, and they've asked a couple questions about you, like what was he like? I say, man, Alex, he just a damn fool. He won't be serious for 1 second. I'm trying to cut his hair out, and he just telling jokes. He just steady acting silly the whole damn time to
And you know
where
what
I
I thought
just
you were
like,
going to
all right,
say?
that's what it's gonna be.
You know what I
What?
thought you were going to say? I thought you were going to say people see my picture on the wall and be like, when's the last time that nigga had hair?
Nah, they don't say that. They just wonder, what it's like being, being around you, and what type of guy you are, and different. They ask that about everybody.
What's so crazy
But
is to show how far back it's been, brother. I've been bald since I would damn near say 20, 2000 and maybe 8 or 9. So like
okay,
literally over 15 years. I just decided to I'm gonna just go with the clean
go with the
bald
clean
head.
cut.
My hair started thinning a little at the top. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be that nigga with the George Jefferson. And I'm a comedian, nigga. I'm the nigga supposed to be doing the jokes. Ain't nobody gonna try to get jokes from me, nigga. So I'm that dude that I didn't wait for it to just be completely gone. I saw it thinning, and I'm like, the beautiful thing about black men is we can be bald, still be fly, still be clean. And the end of the barber, that was the last haircut I had got, nigga.
Yeah, so that just says, how long we've been knowing each other. You coming to Houston and doing shows and stuff.
Exactly.
I'm trying to remember, was it Sid that introduced us?
I think
Your
it
friend?
was. It was Sid
Yeah,
Brass. Shout out to
yeah.
Sid Brass, he's on my
What's
show.
up,
We're actually
Sid?
doing it later on today. It's called the Funny Don't Stop Show. Wait, is today Monday or Tuesday?
Today's Monday.
See, that's another thing. During this quarantine, I don't even look at the
Yeah,
calendar anymore. I don't know what
me
day it
either.
is. I don't know what day it is. I do my show every Tuesday. It's called the Funny Don't Stop Show, and Sid is actually on the show, but he's the one that introduced me to you. And I
Yeah,
remember,
yeah.
I
hmm
remember I needed a haircut. I was doing a show in Houston, and he's like, "Well, let's just pull up to my barbershop." And we pulled up to an office building. I'm like,
Yeah.
what kind of barbershop is in an office building?
Yeah,
And I went
yeah.
in, and it was all kind of shops What was that back?
It
What
was,
was that back in the day?
who was that?
No, what was that? Was that building all barbershops and hair salons?
No, no, it was an office building with mostly, lawyers and insurance people and whatever kind of businesses they were in. And we just happened to have our own little suite, and I had a barbershop right there on the sixth floor, and we had a nice view of Houston and everything. So
I
yeah,
remember that.
I'm surprised you remember that.
I
So you
remember
from
that.
I was watching some of your stuff on YouTube and stuff, and I didn't necessarily remember or realize that you were from LA. Tell me about your family life growing up in LA, you brothers and sisters and stuff.
Come on, man. I'm born and raised in South Central LA. Everything you ever heard, all the movies you saw, Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society and Straight Outta Compton and all that. I was born and raised in the middle of all that stuff.
And all of
I just happen to be one of the brothers that did not get caught up into gangs. You know what I mean?
that.
Not every black man that grew up in the 80s in South Central LA was a Crip or a Blood. Now, don't get me wrong, half my family is Crips, half my family is Bloods. I was totally surrounded by it, but my parents were like, look, you're not gonna get caught up into this, and we're gonna send you to Beverly Hills, and you're gonna go to an all-white private school.
What year did you come out of high school?
87 out of Fairfax High School.
Oh, okay. We came out the same year.
Yep.
We came out the same year, 87.
Yep.
That's cool.
So, to keep it was the best thing they ever did. I mean, I came home to the hood every day, but I got away from it for 6-7 hours, and that just showed me and opened my eyes to see other things.
Other parts, yeah.
And that's what molded me to become what I am to this day.
And so, how long you been in the comedy game now, man?
Man, a little something over 25 years, man.
What was your first big break that we may have seen?
My first big break, I always think almost every interview his name comes up. Will Smith. I was a writer on the hit TV show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay, you were young then? How old were you?
I was young. I was like 21, 22. And
how were you able to pull that off?
Man, I was a writer on that show from 93 to 97, 4 seasons. I came right after the dark-skinned Aunt Viv. I came in when Daphne Maxwell Reid became the wife. You remember how it was dark-skinned Aunt Viv, and then it was light-skinned Aunt Viv?
Yeah.
So Will Smith just found me, man, in a comedy club. I had only been doing comedy not even 6 months. I didn't even have 4 minutes of jokes. I was at the Laugh Factory one night in Hollywood, amateur night. I had $11 in my pocket, caught the bus to the comedy club, to the Laugh Factory, and Will Smith was sitting in the front row of the comedy club, man. When I tell you it's the epitome of the right place at the right time. I got off stage. He came up to me and was like, yo, man, my name is Will Smith. I'm like, nigga, I know who you are.
Yeah, for sure.
My name is Alex Thomas.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, man, I got this brand new TV show. I was like, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watch it every week like everybody else. It was only on 2 years at that time. And he goes, do you write? I was like, you got a pen?
I can learn how to write.
He said, do you think you could come down and help us with some of the stuff, like with some funny stuff, like what I saw on stage tonight? I was like, hold on, let me check my schedule. Yes, I'm available.
I could be there.
Yeah. He goes, when do you think you can come down? I'm like, now?
Tomorrow? Yesterday?
Yeah. Can I get a ride with you? And
yeah.
The rest was history. I was literally there the next day. We became friends. Yeah, we became great friends, and that was the beginning of my career as a writer on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And then after The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, man, damn near every black show that came into The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in the 90s, I was either in it, on it, or writing on it.
Wow.
I worked on the Wayans brothers for 4 years. I was on Living Single for 4 years. Moesha, the Parkers. I can go on and on. All of us, like basically any, that's right. the gates of heaven open. Pretty much every black show that came on after it, I was always around it. You know what I mean? So I was able to get paid and work in Hollywood.
So with that being said, so I know you act, I know you do your stand up, and you do a lot of writing. Have you done directing yet?
I mean, I've directed projects that I've done. Like I direct, like if you look at my page, man, and you see tons of skits and sketches, short films, all that.
Yeah.
As a comedian, you're almost like a natural director.
Yeah.
Because when you're composing your jokes, when you're writing your jokes, when you're putting them up for the world to see, it's like you had to direct that. That's why stand-up comedy has always been known as the toughest thing in the entertainment business, because you're really doing all your writing, you're directing, you're producing your own shit.
So which one do you prefer? The stand-up, the acting, or the writing, or the directing?
I love being in front of the camera the most. Hands down, easy. I love being in front of the camera. Don't get me wrong, writing is just what I do, and it's just natural. You know what I mean? But I love being in front of the camera. So
in front of the camera, what? Acting or?
Acting. And, you know,
okay, acting or stand-up.
Seeing your face. But don't get me wrong, animation is a big part of my life and career too. So
you've done some animation too?
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't know that, and I've done a joke for years about how niggas don't read credits.
Yeah.
And
you're right.
In cartoons, they don't see my face; you just hear my voice.
And
I've been on some of the biggest animated series of all time, and white people know that, but niggas I've known for 25 years still don't know it because they don't see my face.
What were you on?
Family Guy is one of the biggest of all time.
Okay. Yeah, I never did watch that.
300 episodes. I've been on like maybe 80 of them. So I've been on Family Guy for 10 years now, but it's called recurring, meaning I'm not on it every week.
Yeah.
I'm not a regular star on it, but whenever they need black people, animals, dogs, angry niggas, it's usually me. I'm so deep in the character. But my newest animation show is on right now every single day, and we're the #1 new animated series on Netflix right now. And
what's the name of it?
It's called Motown Magic.
Okay, I glanced over that, and I was trying to get my daughter to watch it. And
how old is your daughter?
She's 7.
See,
can she watch it?
See, okay, so it's the #1 new animated series amongst black children in America between the ages of 1 and 10. So 7, she might be real mature, and maybe she's not into cartoons anymore. But let me tell you something. Every black 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old in America, it is their favorite cartoon right now. My character's name is Jimmy Mack. I'm a red 1965 Cadillac.
Oh, okay.
and you will love it because every single episode, we did 52 episodes, 2 seasons, is a famous Motown song.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And
I'm going to go check it out.
Smokey Robinson is the executive producer. And it's great because the animation just sucks the kids in. But for the adults, it's every song you
hear those notes, yeah.
So you stop and you're like, hold up. You know, you're singing the ABC, ABC. It's easy.
Yeah.
You heard it through the grapevine. You know, it's every Motown song you could ever think of. We did an episode about it.
Well, I know.
What up, Chris?
Some of your biggest roles were like in the Jamie Foxx show and Players Club. Tell me about filming Players Club, man. What the atmosphere was like. What was that?
It was some of the best times of my life, brother.
It's one of my favorite movies. You know, Lisa Ray. You know,
it's definitely a hood classic.
Yes, a big time. Big time.
It was fun, man. Me and Lisa Ray are like brother and sister to this day. You know. Put it this way, we did Players Club years and years and years before I met my wife, and now my wife is great friends with Lisa Ray. You know what I mean? But it was definitely iconic. You know, before I got married, I was one of those brothers that would frequent the strip clubs.
Yeah, I understand.
Put it this way. I was up in Magic City in Atlanta so much, niggas used to think I either owned it or I lived in Atlanta.
Is that where y'all filmed that in Atlanta?
No, it was supposed to look like, it was kind of like a mockery of Magic City at the time, but we actually shot that Players Club out here in LA.
I mean, so like it was a lot of comedians on the show and everything. So how were y'all able to get through your lines and stuff?
Man, it's funny because when you look back at that film and you look at all the faces and names that were in that movie, it's like sometimes I tend to forget. I'm like, wow, I was really a part of some Black cinema history in that movie. Think about it. Rest in peace, Charlie Murphy was in that movie.
Yeah.
Faison Love, Terrence Howard, Jamie Foxx, Big Boy, Lisa Ray. I mean, Adele Givens.
That's what I'm like. How did y'all even get work done with all those people like acting, funny?
When I tell you, talking about looking forward to going to work every day, it was so much fun. And put it this way, me being the silly nigga that I am, I was having fun with all the strippers, all the extras. Nigga, I became friends with all the stripper extras.
Stripper extras, huh?
Like, nigga, so when Ice Cube said cut, I was like, nigga, now I could be like, yeah, so what are your hobbies?
Yeah. What we doing tonight?
Yeah. So you were a gymnast, huh? Okay. Can you put your legs behind your head, time in a knot while you're eating this banana? Could you do that? And I had the girls laughing every day. It was fun, man. It was fun.
That's cool, man. I'm noticing a lot too, just on Instagram and social media. A lot of comedian beef and stuff like that. Why is that so? I heard you describing some comedians as bitter and disgruntled and stuff like that. What do you think that's about?
Wait, so what's your question?
So why are comedians getting into it with each other? What's the beef actually about?
Well,
and why are they so bitter and stuff?
It's a lot of different beefs in stand-up, like the same way it is in the hip-hop industry with rappers. You know what I mean? But it's a little different with comedians because rappers, a lot of times they can get into the violent shit and nigga getting killed. Knock on wood, bless if you haven't heard of a comic getting shot in a drive-by by another comic, you know what I mean? But when you think about it as stand-ups, man, your material is your livelihood. That's how you eat, that's how you pay your bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear people talking about, he stole my joke type stuff all the time.
You get a lot of that over the years, man. I'm what's known as a prolific writer. If you watched my set, you sat like when I'm headlining on the road and I do my whole hour, you really will see that my material is my life, shit that really happened to me, things that, or my crazy observations and how I flip things. Right? You can look at another comic and you can go, oh, wow, that dude is absolutely nothing like that dude. They don't even cross paths. You know what I mean? But every once in a while, it's called brilliant minds think alike. Right?
Okay.
Every once in a while, you may touch on a topic. See, like comics get it twisted sometimes. Let me give you a good example. The pandemic.
Okay.
COVID-19, coronavirus. Right? It's something that's happening to the entire world right now, right? So when comedy clubs open back up, you're going to have 19,000 niggas talking about coronavirus, right?
Yeah, but I can see that.
Kind of rightfully so. We all have a story. We're all living through it, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
You got some funny shit that's happened to you during this pandemic. I got some funny shit that happened, but you can't go on stage and be like, motherfucker talking about coronavirus, nigga. That's my shit. No, it's not your shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about
We're all talking about it. Now, you can have your take on it, your spin on it. You get some comics that want to try to claim certain things, but certain things you can't. You get what I'm saying?
R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, coronavirus. You can't.
Everybody's gonna talk about
Yeah.
R. Kelly. When Obama became president, every black
Yeah.
comedian on the planet had 1,000 jokes. I had jokes about it. I'm gonna have jokes about this coronavirus. It's almost like only the strong survive. Whoever got the strongest shit, those are gonna be the ones they're gonna stand up and keep it happening. But I'm already putting my plan together. So
Okay.
when I come back, it's like I'm gonna touch on it, but I got a whole lot of other shit to talk about also.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real comedian. I
For
still
sure.
got stories and stuff that I need to get off my chest. I gotta talk about it because when I tell you it's been some funny shit in my house and some funny shit that has happened in the last 4 weeks, oh, I gotta
Yeah,
let the world know about it. You know what I mean?
for sure.
So
Well, I know you got to go today, and again, congratulations with your your kid that you got on the way. When is the baby due?
the baby is due August. Another
In
boy.
August.
So my
Another
son's
boy.
name, he's 2 years old. His name is Legend. I have a 4-year-old daughter. Her name is Halo. And the new baby, his name is going to be Trust.
Okay.
Trust, Trust
Who's picking the
Alex.
names?
So my real name is Alexander, right?
Okay.
And I'm a junior. So my dad's name is Alexander. But I made that everybody's middle name. So Halo's middle name is Alexandria. Halo Alexandria Thomas. Legend's name is Legend Alexander Thomas. And Trust's middle name is going to be Alexander Thomas. So Trust Alexander Thomas.
All right. All right. So you picking the names?
I can't lie. My wife is
Your wife is doing the good
brilliant.
work.
She is brilliant. She is batting 1,000 right now. And I
And
got
how
it.
long y'all been married?
We have been married almost 6 years now. Been
Yeah.
together 15 years. And it's the best thing that ever happened in my life, man, because my wife, my beautiful black wife, has made me a better man. You know,
Good. Good for you, man.
it's
Good
it's
for you.
it's like what our business is and all that we got going on. She's the glue that keeps the house together. She is the front office. She is she's I just make the money, man. She handles it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you were able to find something like that.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely. And she can cook.
and she can cook.
Hey man, I feel sorry for some of these single niggas that gotta eat Wendy's and McDonald's every day in this quarantine.
Well, I can cook, so I'm not worried
Hey
about
man, let me
that.
tell you something. And during this quarantine, it'll just be like a random Tuesday afternoon. I walk in the kitchen and she's making Chilean sea bass with
Mm.
sauteed shrimp and Spanish rice. I'm like, that's why I love you. Are you trying to get
That's
pregnant
why I
with
love. Yeah, I know that's right. I know that's
me?
right. Hey, so with you being a comedian, all these years, coming from LA, who's your favorite all time? Who are some of your favorite all time comedians?
Oh, well, obviously, man, my favorite of all time, and there is no other to me, so don't even ask me about nobody else, is Richard Pryor. Richard
Richard
Pryor
Pryor.
was the greatest of all time. Rest in peace. He's the reason I'm doing this. Actually, my next 1 hour special, I can't give you the date yet, but I'm shooting it when this pandemic is over. It's called The Funny Don't Stop.
Okay.
And it's going to kind of be a dedication to Richard Pryor. And
All right, that's cool.
I plan on shooting it in Peoria, Illinois, which is the home
Mm.
of Richard Pryor. And
That's where he's from.
yeah, and I feel like Richard Pryor was like the Jackie Robinson of the stand-up game for us. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? He paved the
Mm-hmm.
way, and I mean, obviously us, but you'll hear a lot of white comics shooting to tell you he was the greatest of all time. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But especially for us. So I'm dedicating my next special to Richard Pryor, and it's called The Funny Don't Stop. I meant to tell you too, my show is every Monday at 3 o'clock. It's called Joke Notes with Alex Thomas. So I see a lot of people that hit me. What up, the real Chris? It's a lot of people out there that follow my show every Monday, and it was basically because I get about 50 to 100 DMs on a regular weekly basis
Mm.
from young comics, people that want to get into business. How do I write a script? How do I write a joke? What's it like being on the road? What was the difference what was your friendship between Martin, Jamie Foxx, and Will Smith? And what was it like doing animation? All these questions. And I was like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? I'm going to start a show.
Okay, there you go.
just to address all my fans and up and coming entertainers, actors, comedians, writers, and I could just dedicate an hour or two to that. So
And
that's
you're
what.
doing that on YouTube?
Yes, it's basically no, it's on IG Live
IG Live, okay.
every Monday and Friday, 3 o'clock. It's called Joke Notes with Alex Thomas.
So 3 o'clock your time Pacific.
Today, on Mondays and Fridays, and then every Tuesday, I do my podcast, and that's the Funny Don't Stop Show.
That's what I was going to ask you. What is your objective on the podcast? What are y'all
So
talking about?
the podcast, the Funny Don't Stop Show, basically the log line, the slogan is, we find the funny in everything, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
I got an amazing cast. Sid Brass is on the show.
Say it.
I got he's like my voice of reason, the super black woke black brother.
Yeah,
like,
that's it. That's
like
it.
the new millennium Black Panther, right?
Exactly.
And then I got my boy Savvy Amusing, who's absolutely hilarious, hysterical. He does millions of voices. He's like the hottest young new impressionist, but he's a very funny comedian. And then I have this white chick who is hilarious. She's funny as hell. Her name is Betsy Cox. She's a real funny. So she brings the female perspective on the show. And I got my boy Raul. He's a Hispanic dude who is like my audio visual. He's like the producer behind the show that does like if we talk about a topic, say for instance we're talking about Donald Trump. He's the one that brings up all the Donald Trump videos and all the Donald Trump, whatever the topic is.
Okay.
And then I got my boy Doc Clark, who's also a producer / he's also a character on the show. So it's just a show that we've been doing almost 2 years now.
Yeah, I've watched that one.
And we're actually available on all platforms. So we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on YouTube, we're on Dash, we're on Zoom. So to answer your question, podcasts are super huge now, right? And me being a comedian, it's kind of like something fun to do in my downtime, right?
Yeah.
But the flip side of having a successful podcast is you can monetize it and get paid. So that's number one. And then number two, for me, being a stand-up comic that still does 38 to 45 cities a year, it helps me sell tickets in every city, in every market. So,
yeah, I get it.
For example, if I do the Funny Don't Stop show and we get 10, 15,000 viewers and people chiming in, and I just happen to be in Houston this weekend at the Improv, I'm telling 15,000 people, hey, thanks for watching me on the Funny Don't Stop show, but you got to come see a nigga live this weekend.
Live, yeah.
For 6 shows at the Houston Improv. Get your tickets now. So it's another great way to promote products and promote what you got going on.
Good, good. You still doing the bags too?
And of
the
course,
luxury bags?
Of course,
okay.
The Lewis Stewart collection.
Yes.
How's
that going?
We're still to this day the only black-owned high-end custom accessory line in the world right now. We're in business. This is our 11th year, and the masks are actually selling like that. We sold almost 3,200 masks in 3 weeks.
Oh wow!
So it's obviously it's mandatory now to wear a mask just for your safety. And our masks are breathable, all handmade, cotton, different colors, different flavors. Anybody that wants to check it out, you can go to the Lewis. I'm gonna type it in right now.
Okay.
The Lewis Stewart Collection.com, or on Instagram you can just check out the page, Mr. Lewis Stewart. And
when I post this, I'll put a link to it also, or tag it.
I'm putting it in there right now. How have you been, man?
I've been good, man. I just had back surgery in January.
Oh wow!
Nothing, just standing up cutting, man, and needed surgery. And so this quarantine time is giving me plenty of time to rehab and to heal from that. Right. So you know, that's a blessing in that, because I definitely would have been back to work by now, probably, you know, in a lot of pain and not, you know,
I just typed it
rehabbing
in.
correctly.
I just typed
Okay.
it in. You see at Mr. Lewis Stewart, MrLouisStewart. That's the Instagram. And again, the website is the Lewis Stewart
Do it. Collection.
Collection.com. They're dope.
All right.
Hold on
Well,
one
man, I'm
second.
not gonna.
Hold on. Hold
Okay.
on one second.
All right. All right.
So I just wanted to show everybody, like, the flavors are crazy. So this is one of the camos, red interior.
Now, how much is that?
They're all $20.
$20.
Yep, every single one of them $20. And it's mandatory now, man. You just want to be safe when you're
Are
out
they
here.
washable?
Yes, washable, different colors, different flavors.
Look
You
at
know,
that. Look at
both.
that.
And you can be,
I see you.
being a black man, you want to be stylish. You might, want to try on. You might be different colors,
Already.
And you can't leave the ladies out.
Got the pink one too.
Come on now, ladies.
Lewis Stewart.
Come on. It's called the Lewis Stewart Collection. All the ladies, you know what I'm saying? So, what a lot of people don't understand, all the N95 masks,
Mm-hmm.
basically, you can't find them anywhere. They're all out because those are being allotted for all the people on the front lines. We salute all the people on the front lines that are putting their lives on the line to help
On the
other
line,
people.
yes.
To help other
Mm-hmm.
people. They
Mm-hmm.
got families for themselves. So the
They walking into
N95s,
danger every day.
exactly. So the N95s, you just can't find those anywhere. So what happened was the government, everyone realized that. So then they said cloth masks are better than nothing. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
now,
Mm-hmm.
here's the crazy part. Remember, about a year ago, if you walked into a bank with a mask on your face, they would have called the police on you thinking it's about to get robbed, right?
It's about to get robbed. Yep.
Cut to a year later, you walk in a mask in a bank and you don't have a mask on, they're going to call the police on you because you're trying to kill people with the coronavirus.
Man, I gotta ask you a question, man. Trump. Oh, are we gonna be able to get him out of office? Or is he gonna serve a second term?
If somebody assassinates him, that might be the only way. No, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. What Donald Trump did, and this could be a whole nother conversation. This can go on for another hour. All I'm gonna say is everything he's done and everything that is happening right now as we speak,
Mm-hmm.
completely has set him up for another 4 years.
You don't think he's digging himself in a grave?
What'd you say?
You don't think he's digging himself in a grave with all of this? I mean, they had a meeting about not letting him speak anymore,
Let me tell you something, brother. He is beyond shooting himself in the foot. And I'm with you 1,000%. He's a liar. He jumped out the box as a liar. Nigga don't pay his taxes. Can we not pay our taxes? You know what I mean? He talks, he puts his foot in his mouth, he talks about shit that he doesn't know in front of all of us.
In front of all of us.
The bottom line is, he's in such deep shit. It's almost like since he started it, he's gonna need at least another 4 years to finish it. I hate to say it. I don't like him. I'm not for him. I didn't vote for him. I'm just being real right now. You can't start this much shit and this much shit going on and then go, all right, you want to come in and finish this now? Okay, yeah, Joe Biden, you want to finish this? Imagine the mess. Imagine the mess somebody else would be coming into, picking up all the bullshit that he started. So he's got to finish it.
We in trouble.
We are in trouble.
Mm.
We are in trouble.
We in trouble.
So
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on with me, man. We probably took up a little bit more of your time than we had
that's all
agreed
right.
on, but
That's
I
all. It's always
appreciate
great.
you.
Great talking to you, brother. Now I'm about to go see the ultrasound with my wife. She got a baby appointment. So we gonna make it happen, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for having me on.
All right, no, thank you for coming on, and tell Sid I said what's up.
I will, man.
All right,
All right, later.
peace.
It's Compton in the house. Security. Somebody yelled out, New York. Get the fuck out of here. Nah. New Yorkers, I love New Yorkers. Y'all the only people in the world, you ask one question, where do you live? You got to give us 3 answers. Where do you live? Brooklyn, 54th Street, Fort Crane Projects. You don't hear that shit in L.A. One Soundwriter Brothers. Where you from? South Central, Watch Towers, my mama's house. It wouldn't sound right with foreigners either. Where you from? Africa, Jungle Road, Hot 52. So we got people from, I heard somebody yell out, Oakland? Where's Oakland at? The Yay area, Papakala. That's where all that heezy for sheezy and all that shit started up. Everybody talks like that in Oakland. How was the party? Oh, niggas off the heezy. For sheezy meezy. I went to a church up in Oakland. Preacher was like, hallelujah. Praise Geezy. Family members just talk up there. So how's your meezy? Oh, nigga, she feezy. She in the kitchen cooking macaroni and cheesy. Nigga watching George and Wheezy. We got people from all over the place in there. What's up? The South. What about the South? People from the South? Yeah, what part? What part? A nigga yelled out Mississippi, goddamn. That's not some shit you loud about, damn. I was just in Mississippi, dog. The clubs in Mississippi are a trip. Club be packed. Not a goddamn car in the parking lot.